Imagine this. You wake up to a snow-covered landscape, so blindingly white it feels surreal. But beneath the serene scene lies a winter storm ready to unleash chaos. Will you be prepared? Because the next 48 hours could make all the difference between comfort and calamity. Winter storms are more than just picturesque flurries and postcard-perfect landscapes. They're nature's way of showing us who's boss. From freezing rain that turns roads into skating rinks to heavy snow that can bury entire towns, these storms can paralyze life as we know it. But before you panic, let's break this down. Think of a winter storm as a 3-act play. Act 1 is the calm, where the warning signs creep in. Act 2 is the chaos, the storm in full fury. And Act 3? That's recovery, if you're prepared. Let's face it, no one wants to be that person slipping on the driveway with groceries flying everywhere. Remember, preparation is key, and so is holding on to that dignity. So, what's the difference between a winter storm watch and a winter storm warning? A watch means conditions are favorable for a storm to form. It's Mother Nature sending a polite heads up. A warning, on the other hand, is a loud alarm. It means a severe storm is either happening or about to hit, and it's time to act now. Here's the thing. When that warning hits your phone, don't just swipe it away. Ask yourself, am I ready for this? Because trust me, that small moment of preparation can save you a lot of trouble, and maybe even your life. Now that you know what a warning means, the next question is, how bad can it really get? You might want to sit down for this. Winter storms aren't just about cold winds and heavy snow. They're silent predators. Let's talk about power outages. Did you know that an average winter storm can knock out electricity for thousands, leaving homes without heat? Imagine being stuck in sub-zero temperatures with no light, no heat, and no way to call for help. And then there's black ice. It's invisible, deadly, and has caused more accidents than you'd like to think about. Ever felt your heart race when your car slides on ice? Multiply that by 10 during a storm. Quick question. Do you have an emergency kit in your car? No? Well, you might want to rethink that after what I'm about to tell you next. Let's talk essentials. If you don't already have an emergency kit at home, today is the day to start. Think basics. Bottled water, non-perishable food, flashlights, and extra batteries. And for your car, add a blanket, a first aid kit, and a portable phone charger. And here's a pro tip. Stock up early. Stores clear out fast when a storm is on the horizon. Remember the last time you couldn't find bread or milk during a storm rush? Don't be that person fighting over the last loaf. You've got the basics down, but what happens when things spiral out of control? What's your game plan when the storm turns from inconvenient to life-threatening? We'll tackle that next. It's not just the physical challenges. Winter storms can mess with your head too. The isolation, the endless gray skies, and the cabin fever can take a toll. Families often find themselves at odds, not because they're upset, but because they're stressed. Here's a tip for harmony. Keep some board games handy. Nothing bonds a family faster than a heated game of Monopoly or tears it apart. Your call. As the storm approaches, there's one critical thing you need to focus on: staying safe and staying connected. Because when the storm hits, it's not just about surviving. It's about thriving despite the odds. And speaking of odds, what's the number one mistake people make during a winter storm? The answer might surprise you. Stick around for Section 2, where we'll dive into the strategies that could save your life. All right, let's cut to the chase. What's the number one mistake people make during a winter storm? It's simple: underestimating the power of nature. And trust me, this mistake can cost you more than a cozy night by the fire. Ready to learn how to not just survive, but thrive through the storm. When the storm hits, your home becomes your fortress. But is your fortress ready? Here's a quick checklist. Heat. If you lose power, do you have an alternative heat source like a generator or a wood-burning stove? If not, layering clothes and blankets is your next best defense. Water. Pipes can freeze faster than you think. Keep your faucets dripping and consider insulating exposed pipes. Food? No power? No problem. Keep a stash of ready-to-eat meals or items you can prepare without electricity. And hey, don't forget the marshmallows for your hot cocoa. If you're going to be snowed in, you might as well do it in style. Now, let's talk about the outdoors. Unless it's a life-or-death situation, the best advice is simple. Stay inside. But if you absolutely must go out, here are the rules. Dress smart. Think layers. Your goal is to trap heat and stay dry. Wet clothing can lead to hypothermia faster than you realize. Drive safely. If driving is unavoidable, keep your speed low, your headlights on, and maintain extra distance between vehicles. And remember, black ice doesn't announce itself. But what if you're stuck outside and help isn't immediately available? What would you do? Hold on to that thought, because we're about to cover survival tips you'll wish you never need. Let's imagine the unthinkable. You're stranded in your car during a whiteout. Here's how to stay alive. Stay put. Your car is your best shelter. Wandering in a storm reduces visibility and increases your risk of frostbite or getting lost. Conserve heat. Run the engine for 10 minutes every hour to stay warm, but make sure the exhaust pipe isn't blocked by snow. A blocked pipe can lead to carbon monoxide poisoning. Signal for help. Tie something bright to your antenna or door to catch rescuers' attention. Quick question. Ever thought about packing an old-school flare or a whistle in your emergency kit? It's not just for movie scenes. These tools save lives. In the digital age, staying connected can be your lifeline. But what happens when cell towers are down or your phone dies? Here's how to prepare. Portable chargers. Invest in a power bank. Bonus points if it's solar-powered. Battery-powered radio. It may sound old school, but this is the most reliable way to get updates during a storm. Emergency contacts. Write down key phone numbers. If your phone's out of juice, you'll still have access to help. But here's a thought. What happens when the storm ends and the real recovery begins? Are you truly prepared for what comes next? Let's dive in. When the sky's clear and the snow stops falling, many think the danger is over. But here's the truth. The aftermath can be just as deadly. Let's talk about post-storm hazards. Clearing snow. Shoveling snow is a leading cause of heart attacks during winter storms. Pace yourself, take breaks, and don't overdo it. Collapsing roofs. Heavy snow can compromise your home structure. Keep an eye on creaks, leaks, or sagging ceilings. Melting ice. Melting snow during the day can refreeze at night, creating patches of black ice. And remember, your neighbor's driveway may look like a tempting shortcut, but one slip and you'll wish you stayed on your own path. Winter storms leave more than physical scars. They can take a mental toll too. After days of isolation and uncertainty, many experience heightened stress or anxiety. Here's how to cope. Reconnect with loved ones. A quick phone call or check-in can work wonders. Take it slow. Don't rush back to your regular routine. Assess your surroundings and prioritize your safety. Practice gratitude. Reflect on what went right. Celebrating small victories, like having extra candles or staying warm, can shift your perspective. And here's the silver lining. Every storm leaves lessons behind. What did this storm teach you? How will you prepare better next time? Because trust me, the next winter storm isn't a matter of if. It's a matter of when. You've made it through the storm, but preparation is a journey, not a destination. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone you care about. Together, we can ensure everyone stays safe, no matter what Mother Nature throws our way. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tips to stay ahead of the curve. Until next time, stay safe and stay prepared.